Hello. How are we doing today, this morning, How are we doing today, whatever time it is you're watching this, or whatever time it is you're watching this, or whatever you're watching it on YouTube? Well, hope you're doing well. My name's JoeG. First time here. My name is JoeG. Some people call me by other stuff. Some people call me JoeG. Some people call me by other stuff. Last couple of weeks, but actually it might be weeks. Been working on weeks, but actually started off with refactoring this site called. It started off with refactoring this site called EventMeetups that I host. Kind of all the sub parties that happen. Kind of all the sub parties that happen at conferences. A lot of times you go to an event and there's this vendor. A lot of times you go to an event and there's this vendor holding this thing, or this person holding this thing, and it's nice to have them all in one place. It was written back. It was written back 10 years ago. Maybe more. I want to say like 10 years ago, and it's been upgraded to .NET framework. It's been upgraded to .NET 5 or 4.7 framework. So I started rewriting it in. So I started. The idea was to just upgrade it to. Or the idea was to just upgrade it to. I realized it followed a lot, but then I realized it followed a lot of. Not the best practices. Everything was pretty much code behind, and everything was pretty much code behind, and web forms with a lot in the code behind. So I wanted to break some of that behind. So I wanted to pretty much writing it out from scratch. I did take some of pretty much writing it from scratch. I did take some of the we've been focusing on the user interface. We've been built out a menu. We're trying to get. So we built out a menu. We're trying to get something like this. There's actually more here. These things are just not showing. There's actually more here. These things are just not showing because of the fact that this site is HTTP and HTTPS. This site is HTTP and I spent the last couple of. We're going to build out some of this. We spent the last couple kind of getting this part to work here. The menu, kind of getting which this part to work here. The menu, which I believe it does loads the local list. Loads challenge the local list. Getting the actual challenge work. So if I go to this URL, getting the actual feeds work. So if I go to this URL, what happens? If I go to this URL, what happens? Etc. Started working on it and then realized I was using HTTP. Started working on it and then realized I was using HTTP. That's not really handlers to go for it, and that's not really the way to go anymore. I ended it like that on Tuesday, and today we're going to ended it like that on Tuesday, and today we're going to kind of figure out how to. So look here, I started down the path of putting together. So look here, I started down the path of putting together. And then I realized, hey Joe, you probably don't want to do that. Hey, Joe, you probably don't want to do that. That is true. We don't want to do that. And that is true. We don't want to do that. So I am going to take this out. I am going to take this out, and we are just going to delete these two files. We don't want them anymore. I was looking around and I found this blog by a guy. I know named Nick Scheller. So I kind of have a pretty decent idea with it. So within the home controller for us, we created RSS thing. So in theory, you can go to RSS thing. So in theory, you can go to URL/URL/ short name event. Short name RSS to get the feed, and that's kind of what this RSS to get the feed, and that's kind of what this does. That got me to got the method here. I don't really need a view for it, but I need a view for it, but I need something. So I started playing around, generate that. So I started playing around service and adding a syndication service. And right now it's all in one file because I've already changed. And right now it's all in one file because I've already changed it twice. But the idea for this is the idea for this is we'll just pass syndication service to that syndication controller, and it will take care of every controller, and it will take care of everything. I started with the get feed as service. They're all right. I started with the get feed as service. They're all right now for not null exceptions. So I started building implemented exceptions. Not null exceptions, not implemented exceptions. Here is where we're actually going to do the real work. Here is where we're actually going to do the real work. So we're going to try to get a conference. We'll get that from the call. So if we start with an RS feed, from the call. So if we start with an RS feed, start off with building the syndication feed. Start off with building the syndication feed. Now that we have the actual feed, now that we have the actual feed, we are going to build out the items to it. Build out this build comment. Or build comment. This build comment for a minute because we are comment we could ignore for a minute because we are going to make changes for that. So we look at our old make changes example. So we look at our old example. Minimize you a little bit. Minimize you a little bit. You right now. So this in the main handler took a look. So this in the main handler took a look to see message format like message format, and then based on the message format did something else. So we'll probably do message format did something else. So we'll probably do that main method in the more so is this more so is this part. Let's see, what do we do? Let's see, what do we do? At the main event, we got a list at the main event. We call to RSS. And then we call to RSS. So let's see what to RSS does. Got that, create a new list. Got that, create a new list. And then it went and got each of the list and created it. I probably don't even need the library I added it. You can see when last time I probably don't even need the library I added it. You can see when last time I updated it. So it's 2015. Let's go. I'm just gonna paste this now for the RSS portion. See what we need to do. Oh, stop it. Don't want to do that. See what we need to do. Oh, stop it. Don't want to do that. Geo does the same thing. I do use it. I do use it. Oh yeah, because I get a point for it. Let's go and take a look at the other one, and we need to do. I'm gonna do private. I'm gonna do private to. I don't know. We're gonna return. So for now, let's do void. To RSS, void, and then we are going to want RSS a list, and then we are going to want a main.models.meetups. Let's just paste this in here for now. So we don't need to do this here. And let's change you to meetups. And then this could be just a. Yep. Syndication item. I have to figure out what to do here. And everything else is the same. So let's do this. Do date. Time.now. Actually, typically do this now. LLC. Edit. This actually returns the whole thing. This actually returns. I just want to return a list of the items. I just want to return a list of the items. List of syndication item, syndication item. And then this should just be, and then this should just be turn items. Cool. I still got to figure out what to do with these, because I still got to figure out what essentially what this is doing here. Essentially what this is doing, 3 lines here, of code. These 3 lines of code translating to HTTPS, TechEd events.info slash 2013 slash events slash 1. So I have to figure out how we are going to get that route from here. And I think I know how, but it's just, actually we got to figure it out because this won't compile otherwise. Actually, we got to figure it out because this won't compile otherwise. So let's, technically I can get the first part. Technically I can get the first part from the conference. In theory, we're going to have the conference. I could turn this. Well, this is already meetups. And let's just do main.models.conference. So we can get a reference to the conference, because we will build out the root. Stop it. I hate when you have errors because it wants to just keep importing everything. Errors because it wants to just keep importing everything, and I'll get to you eventually. What was I doing? Conference dot. Domain name. So we're gonna want var. URL root equals // short name, conference.short name, and this is where I'm fuzzy. We want to get the route. You want to get information, the route. So information. Should be able to say, should be able to say, here's the controller, here's the action, here's the value, here's the value. Give me that is called ASP. I think that is called ASP route. C. ASP.NET or I had the URL open before looking at today. We want this one. Section contains the algorithm, blah blah blah. Link generator get path by address. Link generator get path by address. This method is provided with an address to set a route value. Last. I don't know if that's what I want. Hey, How's it going?
Hey,
Xseagate. I gotta get better
how's
at
it
watching
going?
Xseagate. I gotta get better at watching the screen. Xseagate 46. That how I say it, or should I say that how I say it, or should I say? I'm guessing it's Xseagate. I'm guessing it's Xseagate. Welcome. Thanks for coming. I gotta get a screen in front of me so I can see that. Get a screen in front of me so I can see that. Catch it at the corner of my eye because I got two monitors. Happen to catch it at the corner of my eye because I got two monitors on the side. The health of the stream. This one watches. This one over here sees. This one over here sees. Cool. Cool. Good to know, Xe. And this one over here is the Twitch moderator view. And this one over here is the Twitch moderator view, so I can ban people if I ever need be. But the one or two people I get a stream, I don't want to ban them. The one or two people I get a stream, I don't want to ban them. This is what I need. Link generator. This is what I need. Link generator. No. I think this is it. Actually what I want. I think this is it. Actually what I want. Cool. Let me try that and see if that works. Let me try that and see if that works. So, where are we here? Where are we here? How is .NET treating me so far? How is .NET treating me so far? I really don't. Good. I enjoy it as much as I can. I think I enjoy it as much as I can. I think the challenge with me is this is more so just for me is I don't do full-time development anymore. I lead a team. I don't do full-time development anymore. I lead a team or I lead 5 teams at a variety of skills and technologies of skills. And so I don't code and technologies we use. So I don't code full time anymore. So most of my coding is done anymore. So most of my coding is done on this stream as my hobby. So it's my a little bit hobby rusty. So I'm a little bit. I've been doing a lot of my old stuff and I've been doing a lot of my framework stuff, getting used to core .NET framework. So getting used to core. Some of its ways of doing things is some of its ways really where I've been struggling, but has nothing. Really where I've been struggling, but has nothing. Everything I've seen with .NET 5 is great. It's just like everything I've seen. Little things like this, like knowing the link generator exists. Little things like this, like knowing the link generator existed years ago. When I built this site, I was using URL redirects, and it had this way. URL redirects. Getting URLs had this way. It's just learning. Getting URLs. Learning what's available to me. Learning what's available to me here. So I want to get the link generator. I want to get the link generator. Sounds so formal. The generator sounds so formal. Link generator. Are you using .NET 5 at all? Are you using .NET 5 at all? .NET developer. Let's start with there. I should say you a .NET developer. Let's start with there and then see if you use .NET 5. Use .NET 5. Let's see. So now for here. Let's see. So now for here. I've been trying to learn .NET Early Ruby Rails. I've been trying to learn .NET Early Ruby Rails. There are lots of choices, especially in the Ruby Rails. There are lots of choices, especially in the Ruby Rails ecosystem. There's lots of different flavors. Ecosystem. There's lots of different flavors. The same thing with Python. There's lots of different. Don't get started on JavaScript. There's tons. Don't get started on JavaScript. WebAssembly, Blazor server versus WebAssembly, Blazor server. Blazor is definitely the new hotness. Blazor is definitely the new hotness. When we started this particular project, when we started this particular project 2 weeks ago, I started off in Razor and then migrated to MVC, and then migrated to MVC a week ago. I think it was last week. So the way I look at it, and the way I've talked about on the expert, nor do I play one on Twitch. I'm an expert, nor do I play one on Twitch. It really depends on your liking. It really depends on you're liking.
Difference between MVC and Razor pages.
What patterns you want to follow. So if you have
what patterns
quote unquote typical, so if you have a quote unquote typical lead application,
you'll probably want to go with
MVC.
You'll probably want to go with
tailored
MVC
because it's very tailored
details
towards
a
that.
view
You get an edit page, a details page, a view page.
Whereas the Razor pages are more geared towards single page like
this site.
Originally,
single page like this site.
I would just do
Razor page app because I have a photos page.
Razor page app
because I have a photos page,
a map page.
Individuals for feeds, but then I started looking at
these are
one-off
feeds.
But then I started looking at
these are one-off pages.
But the event has a lot of CRUD-based methods.
But the event has a lot of CRUD-based methods.
As far as whether Blazor or not, that just really depends on you and what you like to do. There's nothing stopping you
this
like
particular
to do. There's nothing
stopping
from
this particular site per se from going from
versus
MVC
versus
Razor pages.
To be all honesty and full
disclosure,
I went
to be all honesty and full
MVC
disclosure,
I
went
familiar with it.
MVC because I'm more
Blazor
with it.
Blazor is the new hotness. I probably
Blazor
is the new hotness. I probably could have did it
easily
or done it relatively.
I didn't really want to
focus on the UI as much.
I didn't really want to focus on the UI
as much. Separate APIs
so that
built out
at some point in the
future
so that
I can go
at some point in the future.
I can
Blazor,
or I can go to
Blazor, or I can go
to a JavaScript front end, like using something like a React,
JavaScript front end, like
using
something like a
React
or
UI for me
in
this
particular case.
UI for me in this particular
case
still have
matter.
Professionals still have Blazors on
Ooh, yeah, that's
Blazors on.
You must work for the government.
Yeah, that's
rough.
Or
You must work
healthcare.
for the government.
They don't change things that
Or
often.
healthcare.
They don't change things that often.
Unfortunately.
Luckily, most of my sites are.
Luckily, most of my
sites
a lot of them are just hobby
have
sites.
to do that.
Even at work.
A lot of them are just hobby sites. Even at work. Think we go IE 11. Think we go IE
in Chrome
11. Well, something tells me we started looking at getting rid of IE.
Something tells me
we started looking at getting rid of IE altogether and just using Edge and Chrome.
It's a lot easier when you control the client base.
It's a lot easier when you
control
the client base. Close insurance.
Yeah.
You're local to Phoenix, right? So that means
you probably
you're
work
local
at
to
State
Phoenix,
Farm.
right? So that means you probably work at State Farm. Either that or you could be one of the farmers.
Either that or you
could be one of the farmers for the new
Freedom Financial.
Yes, EGM is pretty nice. EGM is pretty
I
nice.
solely use it.
You can see it's
I
here on my
solely
browser.
use it.
You can see it's here on my browser. I don't even remember when I started with it. I want to say
when I started
with it.
I want to say
I really love the way Chrome
is
to try to. I really love the way Chrome. But I figured I'd give
Edge.
But I figured I'd
try.
And
I haven't gone back and tried.
I'm a Microsoft.
I haven't
MVP
gone
or
back, and it's not because I'm a Microsoft
or anything.
MVP
or a Microsoft.
I really
fanboy
like what they
or
did
anything.
with it,
and it's just
I really like what they
innovating,
did with it,
and I think that's just
what
happened with
innovating, and I think
that's
that's
what
what happened
Internet
with
Explorer started to die.
Internet
And
Explorer
Firefox
and
started
Chrome
to
were taking
die
over because
and Firefox and Chrome were
Internet
taking
Explorer
over
wasn't
because
really
Edge
innovating.
or,
Internet Explorer
hasn't
wasn't
really
really
been
innovating, even though they're on like
Chrome
version
hasn't really
80
been
or
innovating,
85,
even though they're on
things
like
been
version
slowly,
80 or
but
85.
it really
Things have been
looked
slowly,
at the
but
space and
the
the
fact
fact
that
that
they
they
had
Chromium
looked at the space
underneath,
the fact that they had Chromium
underneath,
Chromium underneath,
it made it a lot
Chromium
easier
underneath, it made it a
for
lot
them to not
easier
focus on the parsing and really
for them to
focus
not
on
focus
the
on the
experience.
parsing and really
I'm up in
focus on the
Flag. I have
experience.
presented our products inside the State Farm
I have
building.
presented our
Nice.
products inside the State Farm building.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, when he's saying flag, it's flags. For those of you who don't know, when he's saying flag, it's flags that in Arizona. We don't like to say the full word most of the time for some reason. Yeah, I've been using it nonstop. I have it on my phone. Yeah, I've been using it nonstop. I have it on my phone. I don't even know if I have Chrome installed on here. Yeah, I don't even have it on this PC. Yeah, I don't even have it on this PC. This PC is 4 months old now, I think, and I've gone without 4 months old now, I think, and I've gone without Firefox. I don't believe I have Firefox on here. Or Firefox. I don't believe I have Firefox. My other PC, my primary work PC. My other PC, my primary work PC, and Edge, and it only has Chrome because the PC is and it only has Chrome because the PC is like 2 years old. Kind of stayed there. I only use Chrome. It kind of stayed there. I only use Chrome if there are sites that, hey, it doesn't work with Internet Explorer, and it doesn't work with Internet Explorer, and I don't feel like changing the client settings. Overall, it's great. It's super fast. I even have it on my mobile. Great. It's super fast. I even have it on my mobile device. My mobile device. So here we want link generator. So here we want link generator dot. Get URI. What was the example? Get URI. What was the example? I have to pass HTTP context here now too. I might have to pass HTTP context here now too. By action. Get path by action. What do I want? Yeah, this is kind of what I want here. This is kind of what I want here. This is exactly what I want. Sorry. Scrolling. Ooh. Sorry. Not get scrolling. Path. Not get my action. My action. Don't need it. So let's put in the action name is the action name is view. The view controller is the controller. No, is home. It's going to give me red for the action because it's going to give me red for the action because I don't actions created yet. At least I don't think I do. Any of those actions created yet. At least I don't think I do. Index. Yeah, index is the only one I created. Index. So it'll be red for a while when I created. So it'll be red for a while. As lots of work in the to-do work and then new. Lots of work in the to-do work and then new ID. Equals. Oh, I need this inside of here. Oh, I need this inside of here. Rosie. Var URL. UID equals meetup. UID equals meetup ID. And I should be able to get rid of all this. Now. This method is good to go. I don't know if I need this or not, but we'll keep this here. This or not, but we'll keep this here based on the URL. I don't know. I think this is just going to generate this part. I don't know. I think this is just going to generate this part here. This part here is going to be this URL. This part here is going to be this URL root. See, I can probably just assume it's going to do that. Assume it's going to do that. URL root plus. Just keep that there for now. That should generate the code. Let's get rid of that red by implementing view here. Public async action result view What do I do? What do I do? Task. I don't have anything. No, I don't have anything. Earned. View. Earned. View. Eat up. Eat up. Gonna want an ID. Actually, I should probably call this get. Actually, I should probably call this get. I always forget the syntax of these things. I think it is E. C. That. C. That. Looking for the actual syntax in HTTP. Looking for the actual syntax in HTTP get. Get. And you should be get. And you should be. And then get. ID in parentheses. And then ID in parentheses. And int. ID. Int. ID. Our meetup, so bar our meetup, so bar score meetup service dot score meetup service async get async d want the d. Let's await this bad boy. Let's await this bad boy. This is complaining because that view isn't created yet. This is complaining because that view isn't created yet. I think we just need to do that. And then just to make sure that that works, let's do a h2 tag with at h2 tag with model dot model dot at model dot name. Okay. Now let's see, where else are we? Okay. Let's get rid of view because I removed that method. View because I removed that method. We don't need that anymore. Now let's get back to syndication service. Are you complete? Shared. Are you complete? Oh yeah, that's shared. Still broken. I'm not worried about that. Oh yeah, that's gonna still broken. I'm not worried about that. So this should be. Yeah. So this should be. That's working. That's working. So now we're able to get it. Well, so now we're able to get it. Let's see what we need to do in this build comment to get it to work. Build map about that in a minute. Just have to research what that actually did. And this is the same thing. So So here can do that. Let's do that. Copy you out. Sling generator here. Sling generator here. Actually, I should probably just pass that into the build comment. See what that link fully qualified path. Get URL for route. Get URL for route. Yeah, that pretty much just creates the URL for us. So I'm going to pass in the URL. And then here, just call that. And then URL. Here, just call that URL. It's that. It's this point here, add to URL. It's this point here, add to URL.
Let's call this URL. Let's call this URL. Ooh, don't want. Okay. Ooh, don't want. Stop it. Okay. Yeah, stop it. Computer's not smart enough. No, I'm looking over at my screen. Computer's not smart enough. No, I'm looking over at my screen and not at the thing. This is what I want it to delete. Now this. Let's fix you there. This. Let's fix you there. Fix up URL with domain. Fix up URL with domain. I think this literally just does. I think this literally just does. HTTP, HTTPS, www.info or whatever the .info or whatever specific one is. So I'm going to just add a specific one is. So I'm going to just add a to make sure that this image looks nice. To make sure that image looks nice and everything else. Probably move it to CDN. Probably move it to CDN. What else do we have? We have two more reds. Three more reds. We have two more reds. Three more reds in here. This meetup event. This meetup event. I think that is different now. I think that is. Remember correctly. I put that as. Remember correctly. I put that as an actual string. Event states. Event states. Yeah, let me see what I actually did with that. When I created that domain, I actually did what I actually did. When I created that domain, I don't remember what I actually did with the domain. So let's go here to our domain. Models. Oh, there's an enum for event states. There's an enum for event states. And what did I store the model in? And what did I store the model in? Event. Oh. Actually, event state. So actually, I could just event state. So I could put that out there as a name. Put that out there as a name. Where'd you go? Syndication service. Where'd you go? Syndication service. Event state. Dot. Where? Enum.name. I think it is the field I'm looking for. Enum.name. I think it is the field I'm looking for. Get name. Enum.get name. Actually, not get name, get values. Actually, not get name, get values. Maybe it's get name. Maybe it's get name. Num.get name. Num.get name. Get name. Type of colors. Type of colors. Num.get name. Type of. Num.get name. Type of. Domain. Domain. Models. Models. States, and then event states. Comma. And then meetup. Comma. Meetup. Event state. Event state. One more. One more. And let's clean you up. And let's clean you up. This is the same thing here. Just this is the same thing here. Just a different property. Go in that. Go in that. cost types, event.cost, and the cost type is meetup.cost. Okay, I want it formatted. See, there you go. Formatted. See, there you go. And should be it. And once, there you go. Should be cool. Once, there you go. One more left. Cool. One more left. Build map URL. I don't remember. Build map URL. About that function. Remember. So let's go back and see what it did here. So let's go back and see what it did here. Build map URL. Let's go to definitions. Build from map URL. Let's go to definitions. Function 12. Wow. Oh, wow. Build map URL. Build map URL. So this is an actual function. Up the Bing SDK. I don't even know if that's going to work anymore. Copy this part out to here. That was actually part of my business. That was actually part of my layer, which really doesn't belong in there because logic layer, which really doesn't belong in there because this is really something specific. Let's build that here. Control. So let's build that here. Control. Control V. No. Copy the right thing, Joe. Come on. Copy the right thing, Joe. Come on. Tab. Control C. Control C. Control V. And for this, we want a models.venue. Configure that part out. So what's in our venue? Oh, I don't have a full address anymore. I think the old broken out. Let's go double check. Had all that broken out. Let's go double check. I wrote a full address that kind of did this. Put that in here. In our venue. Public string full string address get to return get full address address 1 address 2 address city state postal code What did I do? Public string get full address. String string. Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? Address 1 is string, address 2. Address 1 is string, address 2. I'm off by one somewhere. Oh, I'm a missing city. I have an address 2. I'm a missing city. I have an address 2. I have an address 2. That's why. I have an address 2. That's why. Bill Shimbik. We were going to do append format. We were going to do. I'll clean these up too to be consistent with everything else. I'll clean these up too to be consistent with everything else. String that is null or empty. Address that is null or empty. Address 2. Bring builder dot append. Bring builder dot append. Address 2. Address comma 2 comma space. Okay, you're gonna probably say I can make you private. For now, because leave it public for now, because leave it public for now. Now we should be good in the syndication service. Good in the syndication. One more red line, which is because it's not venue. Now just called because it's not venue. Now just called build. You can get rid of view to be consistent. And I don't know why you have append format. Just copy pasting. And you probably want a var. I will be private. What are you complaining about? Make it static. What are you complaining about? Make it static. About that. XML docs. The URL for the event. I think this is clean enough. So I am going to move this into its own file now. Let's go to on this. Okay, we got all those. Get feed, we're gonna do that in a little bit. Let's fix this. 2009. Copyright 2009 to string time.now. Assistant Joseph now.net. I think this is it's ready to go, but now we have to kind of wire it up.
everything else. So let's do this. Let's do this. What are we passing in here? So get feed, what are we passing RSS in here? So get feed RSS. So we want to get the feed. So we want to get the feed. And then go back and call toRS. And then go back and call toRS. Okay, so RSS first. Let's do U bar. RSS first. Let's do U bar equals. Feed equals feed with conference feed with conference ID feed dot items. What is it called? What is it called? Get this bad boy. Get this bad boy. Feed dot items equals 2 RSS equals 2 RSS. We want the actual conference. So I need to load the conference ahead of time. So I need to load the conference ahead of time. So in the other one, I think I actually specified. So in the other one, I think I actually specified how I want. Where's my EP handler? You're nowhere found. EP handler, you're nowhere found. Website. Where was it? Where was it? Oh, it's not in websites and web. HTTP handlers. It's not in websites and web. HTTP handlers. So here we did process requests. So here we did process requests, and then got a new formatter. Did 2 RSS. Did 2 RSS. And that did everything. Yeah, that's messy. Yeah, let's go back here, and we can always refactor it. Go back here, and we can always refactor it. So it seems like we want an instance of. The conference. So let's do var conference. So let's do var conference. var conference equals var conference service equals conference service get conference ID get conference ID await you conference if equals conference equals null turn no you need to be updated let's change you to get that let's change you conference to get that conference change type of parameter conference. If it changes it the way I wanted it to. Didn't totally. Conference. I know it's going to duplicate because we're going to delete that line. Go. I don't need to make this asynchronous anymore. It's just creating the header. Here we go. Now we have a conference. Get feed for conference. Now feed for conference. Now feed items equals 2 meetups. Oh, we need the meetups. So we got that. Let's do var. Let's do var. Meetups. Await. meetup service dot meetup service async for meetup meetups async for meetup conference ID someone wanted get meetups for conference ID meetups for conference ID. Okay, now we should do this. Feed items equals this. Feed items equals meetups. You complain. Wants the conference too. There we go, and then we should just be able to. There we go. And we should just be able to return feed dot. There's a method save as RSS 2.0. I don't even remember what we needed. Save as RSS 2.0. I don't even remember what we needed. Return a syndication feed. So let's just return the feed. So let's just return the feed for now. So this is right from here. I should be able to get. The feed. I want here. I want the context ID. So the context ID. So I'm instance of the service. So private of the service. Private read only. Syndication service. Score syndication service. And I generally like the logger to be last. Syndication service equals underscore syndication service. Keep building out the constructors. Sounds like you're keep building out the constructors. Sounds like you're repeating things over. Here we are going to want to. Here we are going to feed equals syndication service. Get RSS feed. Get RSS feed. ECB context dot. Actually, let's do this the smart way. Bar conference ID equals int conference ID if conference ID if HTTP context dot items dot contains conference ID doesn't contain that. Let's do a return. Let's do content. Good bad request. This means I couldn't find the conference ID means I couldn't find the conference ID, and that. So here we should be able to do. So here we should be able to equals HTTP context equals HTTP context. This is a int. This is to convert it items. To convert it items. Conference. The. This needs to be optional. This needs to be optional. Optional null. Optional null. If int.try parse that to string comma out to string comma out conference ID false. I got one more. Where are you ending? I parse. Yeah, it's it. I parse. Yeah, it's it. Return request. Add request. Are you complaining? Sorry, int.try parse. That. What am I missing? Oh, man, that was rough. This is conference ID. Now, if I get here, let's just do return. Should be able to, let's just do return. Breakpoint K here. For now. Breakpoint so I can see if everything works. Does I will celebrate and we will end it. I will celebrate and we will end it and kind of finish it off over the weekend or on Monday. Talk I'm giving at Philadelphia Code Camp on Saturday, and I have to Philadelphia Code Camp on Saturday, and I have to since I've given it. Brush up on the talk. It's been a while since I've given it. Ooh. Hit debug on that, but it's gonna break because I don't have this playing yet. Debug on that, but it's gonna break because I don't have this playing yet. If not, I'm gonna get a runtime error. I can beat it to it. If not, I'm gonna get a runtime error. Yeah, I was expecting this because the app wasn't running. Able to resolve server. Oh, duh. Able to resolve server. Duh. I forgot to add the service in here. Startup. It wants it here. So stop our services dot add. It's fine. And syndication service. Meetup. Like, I just spent the last hour on that syndication service. I just spent the last hour on that syndication service. You should know I want to add it. Oh, what I do. Oh, what I do. Oh, duh. Oh, my bad. Duh. Put in my bad. Put in the right syntax. Put in the right syntax. I did not put in the right syntax. I said, here, have this service. I did not put in the right syntax. I said, here, have this service, but I'm not going to tell you what to start it with. That is me. That is me learning how to still use the DI, and I'm pretty sure that's the wrong way. Still use the DI, and I'm pretty sure that's the wrong way. Right now, I'm pretty sure I leave it like this. Right now, because I'm pretty sure I want to do it like F12. Shift F12. This is what I want. This is what I want. Play. See if that works. See if that works. Looks like my lighting's better today. Looks like my lighting's better today. I got my office lights on at 100%. Unable to resolve service while attempting to activate the home controller. Oh, come on, Joe. You're better than this. Why are you messing this one up? You're better than this. Why are you messing this one up? Kind of like I'm in a rush to get it done to prove it worked, and I'm in a rush to get it done to prove it worked, and I'm making the simplest mistakes. This vacation service, and this. This nice syndication service. Nice syndication service. Syndication service? Yeah, that's syndication service. Yeah, that's. It's only been like a month since I did this, and I don't know. It's only been like a month since I did this, and I don't know why I don't remember. Yes, it works. Yes, so let's try here. Let's try here to event ticket events. I got TP. Get events info 2016. Make sure that's the info 2016. Make sure that's I broke something. I broke something. Ooh, why is that broken? Why did that break? Why did that break? Well, it's like one of the middleware pieces are still trying to do something. It's like one of the middleware pieces are still trying to do something. That shouldn't have broke. That shouldn't have broke. Invalid status code. Invalid status service. Meetup service. Oh, do I have? Oh, I think I have the wrong. Oh, do I have? Oh, I think I have the wrong. Where are you? Where are you? Check the controller. Check the controller. Where are you, controller? Where are you, controller? My bad. My bad. No, this should be. You have to do. No, this should be this. You have to do this. Treated it as site bet. Didn't have a treated it as site bet. Didn't have a temp. No. Still broken. No. Still broken. Let's see what happened. Do that. Let's see what happened. Yeah, do that. Mine got the wrong here. Mine got the wrong here. For some reason, it's coming to here. For some reason, it's coming to here. See, it's coming right there. The breakpoint, you can see it's coming right there. What's that? Meetup service line 63. It's coming up service line 63. It's coming from multi-tenant middleware line 43. Event controllers get ID. ID. It's this event that's messing it up somehow. It's this event that's messing it up somehow. Because this should be bird name slash. Don't I fix that already? Redo some of that routing. Like I have to redo some of the routing. Okay, that's good. Invalid status code. Well, invalid status code. Routing. Well, that's just me. I don't know much about the routing, so I gotta figure out much about the routing, so I gotta figure out what I have. With this. Patch pens. Index. Patch pens. Index. Zaps are fine. Go to template reference. See if I need to change this to. See if it's breaking in there. I don't think it's getting there. Could be. Change this to route. Let's see what this does. Waiting. See, this got me to the wrong spot.
See, this got me to the wrong
Okay,
spot.
I gotta play around with the routing and I will do that later, or I will do that
Saturday
later,
afternoon,
or
because focus
Saturday
on
afternoon, because
conference talk on giving, and we'll
conference
come back
talk on
to
giving.
and
This.
we'll come back to
Hopefully got something out of it, and I know I did.
this.
I got the
Hopefully got
the
something out of it, and I know I
RSS feed
did.
working.
I got the
hopefully the
right
RSS
way.
feed working. I just gotta
Routes
figure out the
and
right way. ASP core
working.
routes and ASP core. Video will be uploaded shortly. Feel free to follow me on any of the social media. Feel free to follow me on any of the social media. I thank you for joining and or watching. Have a great day. Thank you for joining and or watching. Have a great day.